Is it Christ embassy or cult embassy? Which is it?
If you're born of a dog, what will you be? If you're born of a cat, what will you be? If you're born of a human, what will you be? If you're born of God, what will you be? That's the reason Jesus said to them, I say to you, ye are gods.
That is a major foundational error. Psalms 82 is not a word of endorsement from God, but a word of God's judgment to the unjust human judges of Israel that abused the power of their office to act as, quote unquote, gods over the people. Psalms 82 from verse 2. How long will you judge unjustly and show partiality to the wicked? Give justice to the weak and the fatherless. Maintain the right of the afflicted. Later on we see in verse 6, I said you are God's sons of the Most High, all of you. Nevertheless, you shall die like men and fall like any prince. Doesn't sound like a god anymore now, does it? God is rebuking the human judges that misused the office of a judge, took advantage of the weak simply because they could. They acted as gods over the people. But nevertheless, God says, nevertheless, despite their wickedness, abuse of power, and self-exaltation, they shall die like mere men and fall like any other prince.
I want you to understand, don't ever think again that we are humans. I want you to understand the graduation of revelation. I want you to understand at a certain period, the apostles thought they were humans. They said so, they thought so. When they tried to stop others from almost worshiping them. No, that's where they were wrong. That you also have the potentials to become gods if you believe in Jesus. Because they found out what these men really were. They said these are not humans, these are gods in the form of men. And they were right.
You are so wrong. The apostles meant their actions. They actually did not want people to take them as gods. Why? Well, because the first commandment says, you shall have no other gods before me. It's the very first commandment. Pastor Chris, I expected you to know better than that.
You also have the potentials to become gods if you believe in Jesus.
Christ Embassy is not a church. That is called an occult society. That's not a church. People that believe they are God, they are equal with God. The church believes in only one God, and that God doesn't share his deity with anyone else, not in heaven or anything on earth, not any creature, because he's a jealous God. That's the second commandment, for heaven's sake. Let me say it as it is. That's a different gospel. That's a different spirit. That's a different foundation. That's not the God of the Bible. That's not the gospel the apostles preached.